Welcome, Samantha. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I am doing great. Everybody, this is Samantha Ramnarine from Car Accident Referral Services and Diversity MRI. And you're going to explain to us what all of this is. First of all, could you just give us just a 1 minute quick introduction to who you are?
Sure. My name is Samantha Ramnarine. I was born and raised in South America, Guyana, so I am West Indian. I'm the youngest of three girls, and I got my start in what I do when I was 14. I started working for 8 doctors. My parents were the West Indian strict parents, where if you wanted the $100 pair of shoes, you had to go work for it. So I started working with 8 chiropractors, and that's how I got my start. And then I started to just work with doctors and lawyers. So yeah,
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. You started pretty early then, huh?
yeah,
You must have really great parents to get you started early. They had
amazing.
business and intelligence to get you started early. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about Car Accident Referral Services. And the acronym for that is CARS, right?
Yes.
Talk
So
about that a little bit.
I will. Well, first of all, let's see. Cars is very special to me. And the reason why it's special to me is because 7 years ago, when I started having kids, my husband had one rule, boy or girl, he wanted all of their initials to spell cars. Little did I know that I would have a business 4 years later that stands for CARS, which stands for Car Accident Referral Services.
Aha. Look at
So
that. Car Accident Referral Services, LLC. That's so awesome.
so
Okay.
So the difference between us and any other law firm or any other attorney and medical referral service is number one, customer service.
Mm.
Number two is the 25%. We are in the entire state of Florida. Most attorneys in Florida will take 33 and one-third percent from your settlement. If they take your case to court or litigation, they will take 40%. The agreement that I have with Florida Bar is that my network of attorneys will take 25% plus cost instead of 33 and one-third percent plus cost, or 40% up to a $1 million settlement. So what that means is that my attorneys, regardless if they take your case to court or not, they can only take 25% plus cost. That is it. So that is a
Wow.
difference.
So that differentiates you from anybody else because you said that you're the lowest.
Yes,
You
yes.
you are the lowest or one of the lowest
We are the lowest right now.
in
So yeah,
in Florida or
in the entire state of Florida.
wow that's pretty huge. How are you able to come in so competitively?
Because I used to 20 years ago do 25% for military, veteran, firefighters, and police officers.
Uh
And then I
huh.
wanted to give it to every single person in the entire state of Florida. So because I knew my attorneys for 20 years, I went to every single one of them and said, hey, if I opened up cars, will you guys lower your fee? And they each said yes. So
Wow, wow, that's amazing. Everybody, this is Samantha Ramnarine, and she is just amazing. I want you guys just to share the post. If you're seeing this post for the first time, go ahead and share. I want to welcome those who are tuned in right now: Michelle, Gary, Carla, Kajo, Nancy, and everybody else. Go ahead and share. Let's get people in here to hear this great news that Samantha is telling us. Talk a little bit more. What happens in a situation when you get into a car accident or slip and fall, workers' comp? Go a little bit into the details of what you're talking about here.
okay. I tell most people after 911, make sure you call CARS, and I'll tell you why. When you call an attorney, you guys have no idea which attorneys is in my network. So let's say, for example, you call attorney A, and attorney A is in my network. If you call attorney A first, he or she will take 33 and a third and 40%.
Gotcha.
If you call car accident referral services first, we can only do 25% plus cost, whereas the other attorneys will take 33 and a third plus cost. So that makes it a big difference. So I tell
Right.
people call us first because you have no idea. We're in the entire state of Florida. I have over 236 attorneys right now in my network and over 300 chiropractors, orthopedics, and neurologists in my network. So you never know who to call. So that's why I tell people, call me first. Because if you call the attorney first, there's no way you can get around it. That attorney will take 33 1/3 plus cost and 40% if they take your case to court. So I always encourage you to do that. What makes me different than any other attorney and medical referral services is that we, number one, is customer service. Number two is the 25%. Number three is we are with you from start to finish. What does that mean? Not only do I give you an attorney and a chiropractor, I also help you get your car fixed, take you to the body shop. I also make sure you get a rent-a-car. I also make sure that if you go to an MRI facility, it is part of CAR's networks. So they do not take money from your settlement. I also make sure that the ortho and the neurologist is also part of CAR's network. I make sure that every single person negotiates or write off their bills. Most attorney and medical referral service gives you an attorney and a doctor, and that is it. I'm with you from start to finish. 99.1% of my clients will send me their settlements and say, hey, can you get them to write off another 1,000? Can you get them to write off another 1,500? And 90% of the time, I usually do. And that's where people will not sign anything until they make sure that I say, you know what, that's the best I can do for you. But that is the difference between me and anyone else. It's a customer service. I'm very passionate of what I do. And to me, you have to care. If you don't love what you do, you will never be happy. So you have to do that.
How long have you been doing this?
Without telling my age, we will say 20 plus years.
Wow. That is amazing, guys. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. The people are saying thank you and bless you. Can you give one example of a customer who has come back to you after, working with you, and how elated and, what difference has it made in their life?
Well, I will share this with you. I do 51 talk shows right now on 8 stations. So for the past 3 weeks, I have had clients come on the station and I've had them talk because I want people to know it's for real. It's not a scam. It's not like other attorneys where they say, if you call me, you're going to talk to me and you talk to somebody else. No. So I love my clients. So for example, today, one of my clients' case settled for $100,000. So he went on the radio today because he walked away with more than the attorney and he walked away with more than the chiropractor. So he was very, very happy. That man walked away with over $39,000. So he was very, very grateful and very, very happy. So that's what I want. I want customers to walk away with more than the attorney and more than the chiropractor and the ortho. I tell people, you're the patient, you're the client, you're the one who got hurt in the accident. If they walk away with more money than you, something is wrong.
That's right.
Something's
Wow. So talk about then the order of things, how it happens. So, for example, in a car accident situation, what is the order of things that people should expect?
I always tell people as soon as they get into a car accident and they're able to get out their car, look at the damage, as long as they're okay, get out of their car, call 911, do not exchange information. So many people exchange information, and the next day when they call that person has no idea who you are. And they can do that by law because it's very hard to prove that they hit you without a police report. So I encourage every single person to make sure that you call the cops. I don't care if they offer you $500 or $1,000, that's illegal. Make sure you call the cops and get a police report. After that, make sure you take pictures of their tag, take pictures of their damages, take pictures of your damages, and do every single thing possible to make sure that you have a lot of information. Everyone has a cell phone. So I always tell people, pictures, because you never know. People can go and ruin their car, regardless if it's your fault or not. Always take pictures of your accident. After that, make sure this is what I tell people. You want to go to the hospital, unless you are bleeding with broken body parts and broken bones, hospital really is not for you because they're going to take all of your $10,000 in PIP and do testing that is not necessary.
Wow.
So yes.
Wow. Okay. So after you've had the accident, you call 911. The police does their report. At that point, you call you.
Yes.
And let's just throw your number up at this time. Just read your number out for us.
Sure. It's 954-249-5858 or 833-504-CARS. The 954-249-5858 is my personal cell phone. So you guys get the same exact number that my parents call me on. I give out my cell phone number. You can call me at 1 a.m., 3 a.m., or 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. It does not matter. I will always answer my phone. So it does.
Wow. Awesome, awesome, beautiful. You're always talking about customer support, so having access to you 24 hours, that is really, really amazing service. What else should people expect from your company? I mean, how many people do you work with? Just give us a little bit more about your company itself.
I work with a lot of people. I also own an MRI company. So normally, if the patient is close and they want to do our MRI, so the difference between my MRI company and any other MRI company out there right now is that we can do an MRI in 18 minutes or less. Most hospitals can do that, but they also charge 3 times the amount that we charge. So our machine is a 3T machine. And if you come in for an MRI, we can do it in 18 minutes or less. Most other places will take 45 minutes to an hour. Our images are immaculate. Our machine is a high magnet, which is a 3T. Not very many people have that. And that's why it's very fast, because most people do not want to be in the machine for 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
So said, I try to do every single thing by the patient. My whole thing is making sure that every single person that gets into a car accident, a slip and fall, and workers' comp is taken care of. I don't want you to be a number. I want you to be a person and a client, because I would say 95% of my clients become friends, and they
Right.
will refer. And I love when they tell me that, you know what, you're very blunt. It is what it is. And that's just how it is. I rather tell them the truth than not lie to them, because they're like, wow, you're very, very blunt. But it's the truth. I love when clients tell me that if it wasn't for TV or billboards, that they would never know what their attorney looks like. And I tell them, why do you go with that law firm? Well, because their billboard says, I
Yeah.
got 750,000. I said, so you're busy looking at the 750,000. Look all the way to the left. So I take pictures now. So when
Uh-huh.
people call me, I take pictures of the billboard and I show them where it says results, not typical. And then they're like,
Right.
I didn't see that. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's the same billboard, but you're concentrating on the $750,000. That's
Okay.
marketing. So yes,
All right. For those who have just joined us, we're talking to Samantha Ramnarine. Have I said that right? Ramnarine.
it's a,
Ramnarine.
it's a
And she is again. She's from Car Accident Referral Services, because I know that a couple of people just joined. And just in again, just repeat exactly what you do in a nutshell.
I will give you a chiropractor and an attorney when you get into a car accident, slip and fall, or workers' comp. The difference between me and anyone else is my network of attorneys will take 25% instead of 33 and a third. So as simple as this is that my network of attorneys will take up to 15% less than any other attorney in the entire state of Florida. So it doesn't matter if you're in Jacksonville, South Florida, the West Coast, Orlando, Sarasota, we will do 25% all day long.
That's beautiful. Talk a little bit more about the slip and fall situations. How are they different than being in a car accident?
Well, usually the car accident involves someone else. Slip and fall usually only involves you or something on the floor or something you don't really see. So I always tell people, if you slip at a grocery store, on the sidewalk, in an apartment complex, always get a report. Always. People will wait the next day, and then when they go back, they're like, well, we can't do anything for you. So I always tell people.
One second. When you say get a report from whom?
In other words, let's say if it's a grocery store, make sure the manager does a report. If it's a shopping center, make sure the manager does a report. If it's an apartment complex, make sure you go to the office and get a report. I'm
Ah,
very big on getting proof, because
gotcha.
when you have a report does not lie. And
Okay.
that's where I always tell people, look around for cameras. We can pull the videos, but always, always, always take pictures of what you fell on, because today it could be a broken sidewalk. Tomorrow it will be fixed. Within a day, they can fix it.
Ah,
So I
wow.
always tell people, take pictures, because anyone can pay money and fix it within 24 hours. So when you get back there, when you're feeling better, it's already fixed. So you have no.
Let me ask you this, because this happened to me. I don't know if this would qualify for being would qualify at all. But once I was walking down the sidewalk, and there was a tree, a branch was hanging really low, and because it was dark, it was really in the middle of the sidewalk. I walked right into it, and I had a gash on my forehead. Would that count for something like that, or no? Would the city be responsible for that?
I would say no, because they would say that you should have looked. In other words, when it's on the floor, it's a little bit harder because you're walking and you're not looking down at the floor. But when you are looking straight ahead of you, they probably would say that was you not looking or paying attention.
Okay. All right. Never mind. So anyway, let's get back to you. This is pretty interesting. What else would you like folks to know? Let me just welcome everyone that's just joined us. Welcome, Brizella. Welcome, Kathy. Welcome, Michelle McLean, Michelle Moore, Delroy. Most of these are South Florida people. Cudjo, Howard Perry, Carla, Gary, Michelle, Jenny, everybody. Welcome, you guys. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you find this information useful. And the number again to call if you need to get hold of Samantha is 1-833-504-CARS, which is 2277. 1-833-504-2277. And the website is www.fl-injury.com. fl-injury.com. What's on your website, Samantha? What can people find?
You can find people leaving reviews. You can find all the information of what to do in a car accident, what to do in a slip and fall, what to do in a workers' comp. You will find the most important thing that I truly love is the 25%, because this is what I tell people. When they get into a car accident, they call another attorney. The attorney's like, well, I'll negotiate my fee at the end of the case. The problem with that is you're signing a contract that says 33 and 1/3 and 40%. So what I love is anything I put out there, from an umbrella to a t-shirt to a mask to a mouse pad, billboards, bus benches, every single thing I put out there says the 25%. I want people to know, because to me, if that's what I'm promising, I have to put it in writing. So if an attorney is telling you that he or she will negotiate the bills afterwards, tell them to put it in writing. I tell everyone, read your contract, including my contracts, my attorney's contract. I don't care. Read it. Ask questions. A lot of people think we are dumb. We are not. We are very, very smart people. Ask questions. If someone tells you I will negotiate it, make sure they put that in writing. Scratch out the 33 1/3 and 40% and put we will discuss it. Because once you sign that 33 1/3 contract, it's very, very hard. This is one thing I tell people. If you have an attorney now with a workers' comp, slip and fall, or car accident, and they have not taken your case to court, if you call us, we will fire that attorney and we will give you the 25%. As long as they did not take your case to court yet, we will fire your attorney. So I will get one of my network of attorneys to fire that attorney. They will sign you up. I do probably about 20 to 30 cases like that a week.
Wow.
Because people don't know. They'll see me
Yeah.
on Facebook or Instagram. People just do not know.
And people think they're already stuck with them if they've already started talking. So just repeat that part again for us.
If you have a car accident, workers' comp, or slip and fall, and as long as they have not taken your case to court, we will get an attorney to fire them, and you can hire us, and we will give you the 25%.
Wow. And you said that you have a huge network of attorneys at your disposal, right?
Yes. Most of my attorneys I've known since I was 14, 15, 16. Yes, I have law firms with over 300 plus years experience. I have law firms that's been around for 48 years, for 36 years, for 28 years, for 10 years, for 1 year. But I don't let just anyone in my network. So I want to tell people that if my chiros do not negotiate their bills, they're not allowed to be in my network. If my attorneys do not lower their fee to 25%, they cannot be in my network.
Wow. Wow.
Every single one of them has to sign a contract that is approved by the Florida bar. And if they're not willing to do that, they cannot. So I just don't let anybody in my network. I don't care
Okay.
how much money they're paying. No, it's all about your word and your customer service.
Beautiful. Well, I think that we've heard really everything that we can as far as, you have 20 years experience, you have all these attorneys at your disposal. The 25% is the clincher, lowest in the state of Florida, the lowest, the very, very lowest in the state of Florida. So, well done. Thanks, Samantha. Any final things to tell our folks before I let you go?
Yes. Do me a favor. Even if you just want to talk to me, it's free. Call me. Even if you go someplace else, I'll answer your questions. I really don't mind, because I will tell you this. If you go with another attorney, 98% of the time, you guys will call me 6 months and you will tell me to fire your attorney. And I tell you this all the time. Everyone always calls and says, please don't say I told you so. So just remember, this is Samantha Ramnarine from Car Accident Referral Services, 954-249-5858. I wish you guys health, great health, and be safe out there.
All right. Thank you, Samantha. I'm sure that things will be great for you. I wish you all the best and everything. And I'll see you out there, because I always do.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Take care. Have a good evening. All right. That's Samantha, everybody. She's a firecracker. She knows what she's doing. She's been doing this for over 20 years, and she knows her stuff inside and out. Let me know what you guys think.